Now the fun begins.
Our first 3 summons are all blockers, which isn't great for dealing damage, but it also means we have a decent line of defense against our shields, even if 2 of them are bloody Skeetos. Finch, on the other hand, has a seemingly infinite supply of Joes, which he wants to summon again and again until all of our bloody Skeetos are destroyed, but we should have some pretty good offensive monsters on the field at that point. We also summoned Shadow Moon, which ups the defense of our blocker Bloody Skeeto to 6,000. Then the genius Finch has the great idea to create an evolution monster and to battle our Bloody Skeeto with it, killing them both in the process. Great waste of an evolution monster there, dumb fuck. Finch has also been using an Emerald Grass to keep his shields in relative health, but with the Shadow Moon's boost to our Gregorian Worm, that's no longer an option. So basically we're just kicking his ass now. And since he bumblefucked his only evolution monster and we have Nork to defend against his other monsters, it's unlikely he'll deal any reasonable damage before he goes down.
Hi there, want a duel?
We summon 2 blockers immediately, and they're not the greatest blockers in the world, but neither of them are bloody Skeetos, so that's a pretty good start. 3,000 is a reasonable number, even if we can't beat her fucking butterfly. She summons an evolution creature of her own, but we held her off long enough to summon Nork, so just like with Finch in the last battle, we're going to destroy her evolution creature simply by blocking it. It's not my fault the AI is too stupid to remove my blockers before trying to attack me. And right on time we summoned Shadow Moon, which is why I kept the Grey Balloon blocker on the field, because I was hoping he would get a boost to 5,000 power, making him much better for defending against Lore's monsters. Unfortunately, Grey Balloon dies almost immediately when Lore uses one of her power attackers, but hey, nobody has gotten her yet. Oh, well, I've only taken 1 damage so far, and she's gonna take damage her next turn. It's a fair trade. We also get to summon Photoside, which is neat because he has a lot of power even if he can't do a bunch else. Also, I was stupid and accidentally attacked Burning Mane instead of attacking Laura directly, but that's okay because Laura wasted one of her monsters to do an evolution summon, which basically does nothing because we're just stronger. So we're gonna kill that evolution creature using Photoside, and now that we have Ethel on our field, I have a good feeling about the rest of this battle. Then for the rest of the match, everybody just summons all offensive monsters, but we summon more faster and ours are better, so we win. It's that simple.
I have the best cards ever! You cannot defeat me!
Raquelle also has a light-based deck, just like Luke, but unlike Luke, her second civilization is fire, so if we manage to summon our Photoside, that will be a great help. Unfortunately, the fact that Raquelle has a light-based deck means she has access to a bunch of Emerald Grasses and Sundrop armor, which add an extra hit onto her shields. She refuses to summon any offensive monsters for a long time though, so we get Ethel on the field before too long. I mean, to be fair, next turn she summons Dianork, so she has 3 relatively good blockers on her field, but with Ethel we can bypass them entirely, so unless she removes Ethel, we're slowly gonna chip away at her. She summons Rothus, which is a great chance to get rid of Ethel and make me waste a turn resummoning him, but instead she gets rid of Bloody Skeeto, which basically hurts me none at all, because I have 2 much better blockers already. Eventually she summons another Dianork, which is just hilarious at this point because none of her monsters can do anything to get past me. If we didn't have Ethel, we'd just be sitting here not doing anything, but because we have Ethel, she's completely helpless. She can't do a damn thing to stop us. Great defense, Raquelle, but next time you might want to focus on attacking and monster removal.
Luke, are you here for the tournament?
Yes. Is there still time to enter?
I'll have to look over your deck first.
Right.
Well, everything looks in order. Here's your first round opponent.
So Jeff here is running a Fire and Darkness deck, which is bad for me because that means he has a lot of those really obnoxious spell cards that can send monsters off my field. We both waste our early turns doing jack shit except building mana to summon monsters like Photosite and Ethel. Granted, we don't have any blockers, but I feel good about having Ethel on the field no matter what. We can use Photosite to pick off his tapped monsters and attack him directly with Ethel, but we can't keep going blow for blow like this. We need a blocker soon. I mean, Bloody Skeeto isn't the best blocker, but at least it's better than nothing, and now we have plenty of offensive monsters too. I sacrifice Photosite and another monster to thin his ranks a bit because we want more monsters on the field than him, and with Ethel we can attack him once per turn no matter what. And now we're trading blow for blow again, but this time I'm in the lead, so how do you feel about that, Jeff? Terror Pit. Terror Pit is how Jeff feels about that, and there goes Ethel. Thankfully, we almost immediately get a low-cost blocker and a low-cost offensive monster so we can keep our side of the field populated and keep that lead. But this is getting real close.
You advance to the next round.
I get to face Luke next? With pleasure.
I'm seeing a lot of fire decks, but I appreciate the lack of Braid Claws so that way I can summon a blocker without losing half my shields first. Simon here makes the mistake of summoning an evolution creature and then blowing it up by attacking one of my blockers with it, which seems to be a recurring mistake the AI makes. Alright Simon, I've got 2 beaters on the field, one of which actually does something. Let's do this shit, I'm ready. Simon keeps killing his monsters by smashing his face into my blockers. Granted, it's a Bloody Skeeto, so he may be trying to create an opening, and... Is he gonna summon a light monster? You fucking moron, I have Photosite on the field. Yeah, keep summoning those light monsters, I'm sure that's gonna work out great for you. Do you just want to throw the game, Simon? It doesn't look like you're doing so hot.
Okay, Luke, it's down to you and Caitlin in the finals.
Caitlin's playing?
That's right. Now you get some real competition.
Caitlin, like Simon, is nice enough not to have any braid claws and is also dumb enough to summon an evolution creature, which I bet she is going to ram straight into Dianork. What do you bet? I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Actually, instead, she seems content with kind of not attacking at all, which lets me get a few free hits in. Whatever suits you, Caitlin. She eventually summons Rothus, but instead of using it to get rid of my best blocker, she instead gets rid of my weakest offensive monster, which I frankly don't understand at all. She makes a decent attempt at swarming the field with offensive monsters after that, including a Braid Claw, but by then our lead was just too strong for her.
Great job, Luke. First prize is a rare light card of your choice.